guys, it's Ariana. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are doing a review on the Purlisse Ageless Serum BB Cream. So this is their BB cream that has an SPF of 40. So I've never used this before, so I'm going to be doing a wear test / review for you guys today just to see what my first impressions are and if I like it and how it wears over probably like 12 hours because it is 11:48 right now and I usually don't go to bed till like 12, 1, 2 because it's the weekend right now. It's Saturday. So I'm going to do a review on this foundation. So this is what the BB cream looks like. So if my camera will focus. So this is what the BB cream looks like up close. So it is a pink packaging and it looks pretty nice. It has some words that I can't say, so I'm going to try to pronounce this. Bakuchiol, collagen, and vitamin C. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. So it says the active ingredients are titanium dioxide 9.95%, which is sunscreen, and a zinc oxide of 7%, which is the purpose is sunscreen. So it says warnings for external use only. Do not use on damaged or broken skin. When using this product, keep out of the eyes. Basically same thing as normal. So the usual one that I use from Purlisse is the Perfect Glow BB cream, and it is an SPF of 30. This is my absolute favorite foundation ever. This is the one that I have been using for the last about year and a half. So I'm going to be switching to this one today just to see if I like it, what the difference is. You get the exact same amount of product in both of them. So 1.4 fluid ounces, which is 40 milliliters, and they retail for about 38 USD. I usually get them through the Boxycharm pop-up. That's how I got this one and this one because I bought two of them through the pop-up, so I only paid about $9, so about 18 USD for two of them. And then I have extras of the Purlisse one that I usually use just because this is my all-time favorite foundation. I've gone through about two of these. I don't wear makeup very often, only usually when I'm filming. So I usually only wear makeup when I'm doing videos, which as you guys have noticed has been kind of lacking over the last about week or so. I have just been not in the filming mood. I don't know what it is. I love filming, I love creating content, but I've just been playing video games and not making videos. So I'm gonna try to get back into the swing of things. So I have a bunch of videos planned for today. So hopefully next week I will have my regular schedule up of 2 to 3 videos a week. So here we go. Plus I'm getting into spooky content, so that's where my mind has been for the last like 2 weeks. We're gonna start this wear test. So this is the Purlisse Ageless Serum. It's a BB cream / serum / sunscreen. So I'm really interested in seeing what it's like. So the only makeup I have on my face currently is my eyebrows are done. Other than that, my skin is bare. So I'm not gonna use a primer or anything today. I'm just going to use about this much of the product and just go in and see what it looks like on my skin because I really, really like the Purlisse Perfect Glow. It's my absolute favorite foundation. So I just wanna see what the difference is. It smells like sunscreen. It really does. So I know this is a sunscreen type product. It's a serum. You're supposed to use it when you're going out in the sun. It's also waterproof. You can use it if you're going in like the lake or the pool or something. So I think that's really, really awesome having a protection on your skin. Plus it's a foundation. So if you have some concerns or redness that you want to cover up, you can definitely do it. It is about I would say natural looking coverage. So I don't go for full face. Like I never really do that anymore. I don't really like full coverage on my skin in particular, just because I go for mostly like a sheer look or a really light coverage. So that's why I really like BB creams and CC creams. They're just the type of cover that I prefer. Where you're looking for like a full coverage, you may not like these products, but they work pretty well for me just because I like going with like kind of like the natural skin look. So I would say this color match is pretty okay. On the camera right now, it looks a little bit lighter than it actually does in person in like real lighting. I would say this is a pretty good match for my skin. I got the shade Light, which is the shade that I have in the Purlisse foundation that I use all the time. So I would say with just a little bit of bronzer, it will work just fine for my skin. It is pretty much spot on to what my skin looks like in real life. So I would say this is a really good coverage. I'm really curious to see if it's going to oxidize at all. So I will obviously keep you guys updated and let you know. So I didn't use very much, as you can tell. I used just a little bit that was on my hand and it covered my basically face completely. My skin looks really nice. It is settling into a little bit of my fine lines in my forehead a little bit, but so does the Perfect Glow foundation, so that's nothing new. I would say my skin looks really, really glowy. It looks really, really nice. It pretty much looks like my skin. It's supposed to be a natural finish. So it's a natural and glowy coverage, moisturizer, and brightening helps to improve firmness and reduce wrinkles. So I'm really excited to see if it does any of that. So I usually go in with the Tarte Shape Tape, but because this is like a glowy formula, I'm just gonna go in with my other one, which is the Dose of Colors one. So I'm just putting it in the spots where I want to brighten or cover a little bit more because I had a little bit of a breakout right there. All right, so my skin is completely covered with the foundation. So now I'm just gonna go in with my bronzer and my blush and all of that stuff off camera just because you guys don't really care to see that because that's not what the point of this video is. So I'm gonna go do all of that off camera and I will come back on the video once my face is fully on. So it is 11:55 right now, so I'll let you guys know how long that took and if the foundation at all oxidizes. Currently it is not, so I'm really impressed so far. So I will see you guys in about 5 minutes or so. Okay, so I am back now that my full face of makeup is on. So I just used my NYX contour and sculpting palette. I used my Note blush in the shade Desert Rose. So this is the type of blush that I prefer. And then I went in with just a little bit of the iconic London bronzer from the Boxycharm choice item that I didn't choose. I actually chose this item, but I didn't get it. So I got this bronzer, so I had to buy this myself off of the pop-up. So I'm still pretty mad about that. So my full face of makeup is on. My skin looks really good. It didn't oxidize. I would say this is a really, really nice foundation. It looks basically the exact same as this foundation. So I would say I'm not really seeing too much of a difference between when I use this foundation versus this one. So far I'm liking it because this is my absolute favorite foundation ever. So I'm really curious to see how it's going to wear over the course of about 12 hours. So it is 12 o'clock right now. So it only took me about 5 minutes to do my makeup. So I didn't do anything with my eyes today just because I'm planning on filming a video later on this evening, but I have a lot of stuff that I'm going to be doing today and I don't really want to have eyeshadow on all day or lashes on all day. I just kind of want to just have my normal base makeup on. But so far I think it looks really good. I'm just going to go run some errands today, do some yard work, I don't know, just hang out and do my normal Saturday life. But so far it looks really good. So I'm gonna zoom in just so you guys can see what my face looks like up close before I sign off for now.
midnight.
Okay guys, I am back. It is officially midnight, so it has been on for 12 hours, been playing video games literally for like the last 4 hours. So I am pretty tired and I'm done with my wear test. So I want to take off my makeup. So I'd say for 12 hours, my skin looks pretty good. It still looks like skin, like it's a very, very natural finish. It's supposed to be a natural and glowy coverage finish. I would say it lasted pretty well. You can see some of my breakouts coming through on my chin and on my cheek a little bit, but I do kind of sit like this at my desk quite a bit. So I mean, I do touch my face. I would say my forehead actually looks pretty good considering I do have fine lines in my forehead. It didn't sink into those. Honestly, it looks really good. I would say I'm not mad at the coverage at all. It's been on for 12 hours, so some of it is going to wear off, obviously. But I would say that it lasted pretty much exactly like the Be Perfect Purlisse one that I'm used to using. I would say I don't really think there's much of a difference in just from the way that it wore today. They both kind of wear the exact same on me. So the one thing that I am going to test out though is I am going to come back on here tomorrow morning and I'm going to see if my skin had a reaction to it, because I do have an issue with some of the products that I've tried in the past having vitamin C in it. It does cause my skin to break out. So I'm really interested to see if this is going to cause me to break out or not. So I will come back on here tomorrow morning and we will see if we have any new breakouts. So obviously I have my chin right here where there's a little bit of breakouts, and I have just like right here this little one, but other than that my skin is fairly clear. So I'm really interested in seeing if when I wash this off and go to bed, if I come back on here, if my skin has broken out at all, and we can see if that is something that I need to make a note of, because I'm obviously not going to use a foundation regularly if it's going to break my skin out, because I have fairly clear skin because I really don't wear makeup that often. There is foundations in the past that I've tried like from the drugstore. I can't use any L'Oreal or Maybelline or any of those products because they break my skin out really badly. I don't know what it is that's in it, but this foundation in particular does not. So I'm really interested to see if this one is going to. I really hope it doesn't, because honestly this wore really great, and if this doesn't break me out, then that means I have an extra one of this and an extra one of this still. I really like foundations with a sunscreen in it, so I'm really excited to see if there's a breakout tomorrow. But I would say all in all, I'm really impressed with this foundation. It's kind of a little bit cakey right here, and honestly, everything else looks good. The only part that it's a little bit cakey looking is right there, but I may have just applied too much of the product right there. But I would say all in all, I think my skin looks really great. So I'm gonna zoom in just so you guys can see what my skin looks like up close. After that, I'm gonna come on here tomorrow and we will see if there's a reaction or not. And if not, then I approve of this foundation. guys, so it's the next day. So I am just coming on here just to show you guys if I got a reaction to that foundation or not. So I don't have any new breakouts or anything. I did not have a reaction at all to it. So when I use foundations from the drugstore, so like Maybelline, CoverGirl, anything like that, I have a reaction really quickly and I break out within the next day. I don't have any reactions on my face other than right here. I was just scratching right there. That's nothing to do with the foundation. Other than that though, I have normal breakout that I had yesterday still here, and I have the little one right here. But other than that, I don't have any new breakouts. So I would say all in all, this is a really good foundation if you do have acne prone skin like me from like products, so like foundations or concealers or stuff like that break you out. This didn't break me out, so I have fairly sensitive skin. So I would say so far I'm really impressed with this. I will do an update video eventually letting you guys know if it did break me out like over a period of time or if I have any changes of opinion on this foundation, but so far I really like it. So my first impression / wear test, I really enjoyed this foundation. It wore really nice. It wore basically the exact same as the Purlisse, the Perfect Glow one. So I would say both of these foundations together are really great. They're only about $38, so they are a little bit more pricey, but you can get them through the Boxycharm pop-up and like through Boxycharm in general. So I would say they're a pretty awesome foundation, especially if you can get them through the pop-up. So if you can get them for like $9 versus $38, that's really great. I would highly recommend trying this out through the pop-up just to see if you like it. I would say if you like a natural kind of sheer coverage, you'll really like this foundation. But if you really want the full coverage foundation, you won't like this. So keep that in mind. This is definitely a natural finish, and more so if you want a sheer light coverage. So I would say all in all, I really enjoyed this foundation and I'm gonna continue using it. So I like it, I approve of it. It's pretty great and I'm excited that I now have 4 of them so I can continue using my foundation and I won't run out anytime soon. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below for more content like this, and I will see you guys at the next video. Bye.